Okay, I should be live right now. My screen is mirrored on my end, so hopefully it's not on your end. Let me know in the comment section if the scramble is mirrored or not, because that would not be great if it is. Also, let me know how the audio is, because I'm trying something a little bit different today. It's good to see everyone. Yeah, some people were here a little early, around 9, because that's when I made it go active. But hopefully everyone's live now and everyone can see it. Yeah, the first person here, let me scroll back up. Mackenzie Brown. Yeah, thank you for being here. Audio's great. Thank you. Okay, yeah, there might be some static because my computer fan's making a lot of noise, so that's why I have the microphone so close to me right now, and I'm talking a little bit louder. I'm gonna try a couple different things in the future, a different virtual driver, so I can maybe cut out the noise beforehand, and I should have a microphone coming in before 2021 that like cuts out the sound while you're recording. So awesome. Thank you. Okay, so I've got all this set up. Did anyone? Okay, I'm gonna assume the scramble and everything is right, else people would be commenting on it. So I'm gonna do some solves. I'll be answering some questions. This is gonna happen every Sunday throughout the rest of the year, I believe. Hopefully, as long as I'm here. And yeah, feel free to do them along with me. If you're faster than me, you'll be waiting on me. If you're slower than me, maybe do every other scramble and tell me if anything works well. And yeah, this video will be active afterwards. So if you forget what the scramble was, you can always go check that. So, okay, I'm gonna do some solves. And Michael, I'll answer this first. Do I recommend the Yushin Megaminx? Yeah, it's not bad. I'm believing you're talking about the Little Magic. It's not my favorite. Like, I'm not a fast Megaminx solver. I don't think I really plan on being. I really like using the MGC. I like using the Galaxy. The version 2 is much, oh, the light's changing a bit on my webcam. Let's see if I can change the auto exposure and make sure autofocus is off. I like the small Galaxy, but some people feel like it's too small. So the light magnetic one's a little bit bigger. Oh man, I'm getting a call, and it's probably a call I should take. I'm putting this to voicemail. Hopefully they'll forgive me. Okay, anyways, yep, scramble's correct. I'll do this first. I apologize for any mouth sounds. I'll try to back away from the mic when I do that. And most of all of these solves will be Roux. Where is that? And I'm not too worried about inspection time. Nope, what am I doing? First solve of the day. Really doing some funky stuff. And the timer will be a little delayed on, wait, what side? There we go, over there compared to what it is down here. So it might look like it goes past and then jumps back because it's kind of guesstimating it as we go. I think I can take out my headphones. I don't really need those. Okay. What would I recommend as a budget cube? So right now, I'm using the RS3 2020 edition. Now, this is the SpeedCube Review edition, which we'll talk about as we move forward. But it's a little bit different. It's not just extra lubrication. But that one's nice because we have tensioning adjustment inside there. So Joseph Lyons, that's what I recommend with that. And Edgar, do I know why the Volt V2 lowered the price? I do not know. Might just be that they're lowering it. Sometimes that just happens, you know, especially towards the maybe end of their life cycle. Hey, Stickman Tony. Oh, this is actually a really good CFOP scramble. So this one, I'll probably be doing a CFOP one. Oh, that was an unnecessary pause. There we go. Man, this cord is in the way. It's my microphone cord. Let's see if I can just hook it up here a little bit. This cord is so short. There might be some microphone sound because I'm adjusting the stand, so I apologize for that. Can I get this up here? I can't really. Shoot. Got a little bit of Velcro. Let's Velcro this somewhere. Maybe to here. And then I'll like tie this up. Yeah, there we go. So I apologize for the microphone sound if it's all clicking. And okay. And we're back. King Dylan. What cube am I using? So this is the R3 2020 Speed Cube Review Edition. Here, let me show your comment. Comments might be hidden if they seem like spam like this. Yeah, that scramble was pretty good for Roux. I think one thing I need to remember is that even if scramble is good for CFOP, it's good for Roux too. And I just see something good for CFOP and I go for it because I like the cross of it. But like here, let's see what I can do. Man, the starts I'm not liking on this. Yeah, I can't find a really good start. Okay, that's probably the best. Man, those table hits are going to be hard. I have a ton of mats underneath here to try to limit that. Mackenzie, do I recommend the YJ Yoohoo V2 Mega? Yeah, it's not bad. I think there's a lot of Megaminxes that are really good. The issue is some of them are a little bit blocky, which some people are okay with that. I think unless you're under a minute, or maybe like, yeah, unless you're under a minute, almost any modern one is good, especially things that have ridges. Edgar. Cuber, see you later. Edgar Cuber, thank you for being here too. Do I prefer the Shadow V2 or the MGC? I really do not do. Ooh, this is good. Man, yeah, I gotta stick to. Ooh, okay. I got this. I really don't do 6x6. So I wouldn't take my word on most any 6x6 as far as like what would be best, what would be better. So I've used both. The only time I really did 6x6 in a competition and really went for it, I brought a couple different ones and I just sort of used whatever I felt worked at the time. So both of those, I think you'll get the exact same times on. I would say look at the video the review and see what's different between the two. That way you can kind of make a choice of like what interests you most. Alan the Cuber, is a 251 better than the Volk Tingular Wapo? It's not better. I like to use it. I actually really enjoy that lighter feel. I can probably get the exact same times in it than other ones. And I know if you like talk to people who are really good at 2x2, the 251 is not really an option they seem to go towards more. So I'm kind of in a minority with that 251 being something that I like. However, I mean, man, what am I going to do here? There we go. So I really like it. I like the feel of it, but I know it's not considered one of the top ones. Did I try Leo Fox Pro? Did I try ZZ? I have a whole tutorial on ZZ because I have done it. I really like it. I like the EO and just the way it flows. It's really nice. The problem I have is how much you have to plan at the beginning. If I had like 30 seconds to plan, I think it could be one of the best like methods, if not better than any other one. But I mean, there are other issues with it's a lot of RUL, which some people really don't like. But it's that 15-second inspection, so much you have to do. Quinta Cash, I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Sorry. Do you UK Mirror Cube? I'm guessing you're asking if I solve Mirror Cube. I love Mirror Cube. The best one out there, the Mofeng Xiaoxi, not the Mirror S, but the Mirror. It's impossible to find. I don't know why it's so hard to find. It's the best one out there. It's the only one that seems to be modified for speed cubing. It's like based off the Yulong design. I have one that I use green stickers on. So nice. I want Mirror to Cube to be an official event. Okay, back to this. Ooh, okay. This could be good. Shoot. Where's that other piece? There we go. Boo. I hope everyone likes this whole setup. I've spent a long time trying to get it where it looks nice and has a bunch of information. King Dylan, if you keep putting the little emoji, your comments get blocked. So I have to like find them and show them. So if you keep doing it, it won't show up. You want a 3x3 for Christmas, but you can't decide which one it is or which one to get. Check my Mega comparison. I still feel like that holds up, especially my budget Mega comparison. And Sam, is the GAN X Infinity good? I think it's back in my shelf right now just to make space on my desk, but I like the X version 1. They don't sell the version 1 anymore. Quintus, what is the notation for moving the middle layer? Quintus Kench. Can you say how to pronounce your names so I can say it correctly? It would just be M prime and M. Okay, let's go back to some solving so I don't spend too much time just chatting. Oh no. Okay. Boo. The bad cubing god, why do you use a green screen? Because this is awesome. This looks really cool. So my initial use of getting a green screen was for actually teaching violin lessons. I'm a professional, like that's my main job, a violin and viola teacher. I do teach cello and a little bass, but I don't advertise it so much. And I use it because I can put music behind my screen and point to it and then doodle on my iPad and have it live on the screen. I feel like a weatherman. It's really cool. And I got it for that. And it made my teaching so much more interactive. And my students, some students have decided to continue with virtual, even if we continue in person afterwards. And then I was like, well, let me try it with cubing. And I like it. I enjoy being able to show my face because it feels a bit more interactive. It feels like I can actually communicate more instead of it being like me. And then I can do kind of the best of both worlds. Top-down view, and you can see me. Okay, and Sam, Die Entertainment, which Cosmic Lube do you like most? Candy Cane. Of course, Candy Cane. It is the best one out there. Oh, that was not great. Didn't plan out the DR edge. Ayush, which 2x2 would I recommend? The Qi MS 2x2 or YJ UPO V2? Neither. They're both fine, but if you want a budget one, man, I don't even know which budget one. I guess the MS is fine. The UPO, it feels a bit rounded, which I don't like that smaller feel. But yeah, I like the GAN 251, just that light feeling of it. But someone said something. Tanmay, I didn't see any previous comments, so just please repost it. Where was it? I saw something that someone asked. I wanted to. What is the best the Cuber? What is the best customizable 3x3 except for GAN? The GAN is not the best one, I would say, either. There is no best, but a lot of them have different things. I love the U-Share EDM. If that was done made in stickless plastic, it'd be perfect. It'd be great. But GAN, or not GAN, Moyu said they didn't want to because it would add a little extra weight. I don't know. Real quick, Mackenzie, why am I using the YG timer? So I have my stack mat, and it's working great. But when I plug it into my when I plug a cord into it, suddenly just the other day, it like won't recognize my hand when I have a cord plugged in. Don't know why. If someone knows why a stack mat did that, it's never done in the past. So hopefully it's not just, breaking down. And the YJ has the exact same settings as stack mat, which I think is why it's hard to find, because I think there's some legal issues with them using the exact same sound set. Okay. Let's do another solve. I know there's a lot of static and my mic's actually set kind of low. So I had no one complain about the sound yet, but if you listen really carefully, you might hear my wife singing in the background. Oh, geez. Okay. My brain froze up because I like that setup. Still need to warm up. QPAR, I answer as many questions as I can see, as long as they're legitimate questions. I still read every single comment people post on my channel. Sometimes YouTube doesn't show me when comments get posted, so that's the only issue. Every so often I'll see something, be like, oh, there's been a whole thread that has been going on that I haven't seen. Okay, Ayush, please stop commenting the exact same thing. I will not answer things that people spam questions, but I answered about kind of budget ones. I mean, they're all decent. You can get the exact same times on all of them. Like the MS is fine. Actually the Meilong ones are really nice. That sort of light feeling. So you might like that Meilong one if you like light feeling puzzles. Ooh, okay. This. Although I didn't look ahead enough to plan. Man, my CMLL recognition is a lot worse than I remember. Maybe it's just early. It's early for me. So good morning to everyone on my side of the world. How do you cube with cold hands in the winter? You warm them up, or you just ignore times. You don't worry about time. Maybe do FMC. The Gaucho Puro, I don't know what the name was. It went in the really fast. So yeah, I plan to go back to CFOP or just something else. It might not even be CFOP. There's a couple things I was thinking of. I'll probably continue with Roux, but I feel like if I just stick with one thing, I'm not going for a world record. So I feel like I'm going to get bored with it, and then I'm just going to be like, okay, what now? So I'm happy with it, or my goal is to get a sub 10-second solve. When I got that with CFOP is when I started doing my like month of ZZ and month of Roux. I'm like, I'm happy with that. I got a sub 10 solve. I'm good. Quintus, yeah, I can't pronounce the name again. Sorry, but 8 different cubes from Amazon for $40. I would say no. I don't know what cubes they are. They're probably way overpriced. If you want to get like 8 really budget puzzles, like you can contact Speed Cube Shop and they'll give you, depending on what the bulk order is, they can give you a discount for getting bulk orders. Like I got 64 Guanlongs for my Mosaic, which I need to really change, and I got it at a slightly cheaper price. If you get them from Amazon, often you will be charged triple if you just bought like a normal one. So I would avoid Amazon for most anything. Okay. Okay, good start here. Where is orange? Okay. Where is this piece? There we go. Yeah, I went blind there. With the Roux, you have to think so much more than CFOP. I feel like sometimes my brain just blacks out and I'm done. Oh, thank you, Ayush. I'm always afraid to mispronounce someone's name. I mean, people mispronounce my last name, just the way it's spelled. And I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I don't really care if it's mispronounced or not. There was a student of mine who, he was in a school when I was doing some long-term substitute teaching. And his name was spelled Stephen, S-T-E-P-H again. But for many people, that's how you spell Stephen. And he would get really angry when people said Stephen. I'm like, you're going to have to get over that. It's going to happen. Okay, where's green? Or where's orange, I mean? I actually need to turn slower. Reka, thank you for being here. Funny story, Stickman Tony. That's not my birth last name. I changed my last name to my mother's maiden name, which, on a side note, is a good way to have it really hard for people to find some college photos of parties. Okay. Yeah, I thought I mean I can turn on slow chat if people really want. What method do you use for 3x3 comps? Well, I have not been to a competition in a year or so. So I haven't done Roux as much. So I usually just do CFOP. Okay. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, this is a complete failure. I did the wrong center, which I could just do off centers. I've been practicing that, but I don't like to do that. I should have just done that. So this is going to be a pretty terrible solve. Yep, we'll just ignore that, erase it really fast. How do I reduce noise from the RS3 M2020? I'm going to think you're talking about the springs, because the springs on the RS3 2020, I always seem to see they make noise. Now, oh no, is the camera frozen for you guys too? Shoot, man, this camera's been doing this. I apologize, you guys. I don't know why it's been doing this. Let me see what I can adjust. Let me turn it off and turn it back on. I know it's frozen. You guys don't need to keep telling me. You kidding me? Okay. Well, let's do this. I'm going to unplug my camera and plug it back in. So my webcam did this the other day where, oh, okay, now it's back. Or it did it earlier today where I literally had my webcam. This is the webcam right here. And it suddenly had to register as HD webcam 2, like it's a new one. So I don't know what's going on with that. Okay. Raheel, is the MGC 5x5 and 4x4 good for beginners? Yeah, one big thing I tell people, I don't believe in beginner cubes. I mean, often I think cubes, people tend to make them too fast, so to slow it down. But I don't believe in a beginner cube. So get a good cube. Get one that inspires you to practice. Okay, back to this. Let's get a solvent. Man, there's a couple good things. Ooh, okay. Wait, where is the blue center? Oh my God. And that's why I don't have a subject. Yeesh. So, Bill Christ, which do I like more, the Meilong 3 or the QnA MS? So let me explain the differences between those real quick. The Meilong is a lot lighter and slightly smaller. The MS is a little bit larger. I believe the MS is glossy plastic and a little more stable. I prefer glossier plastic. The matte stuff breaks in a little bit. And I sometimes feel like cubes can get too light. So it depends on the puzzle. I will often use the MS a little bit more just because it is that smaller feeling, and I prefer smaller feeling puzzles. I would suggest always getting the stack mat timer, even though I'm not using it right now. That is the one they use at competition. So if you can't afford a stack mat timer, which it probably is overpriced anyways, just use a phone or a computer for the moment. Okay. Oh, so this needs to be. Okay, yeah, I just need to turn slower. L prime cubing. What is my PB with CFOP? I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I don't know. I purposefully remove my times. I purposely try to not remember them. I purposefully, like, I know I've had stuff in the 7 seconds. I think I've had a solve in 6 seconds. I don't remember. But I don't try to remember. I especially don't know what my averages are. I might have a, you know, I have no idea. So I don't know. If it's something that I feel makes my life much more enjoyable when I don't try to remember what my times are. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. What just happened here? I think I zoned out. Sorry about that. Someone asked what timer this is. Oh, okay, screenshot. This is actually just CS timer. And I've taken the different parts of it and put it around the screen. So you get the scramble, you get the image of the scramble and the time. And that's why the time, since I'm using a timer with it, a stack mat type timer, that's why it's a little delayed and it kind of jumps back after that. Okay, says, is the 11M Pro an upgrade from the XS? I would say absolutely not. Not that it's not a good cube, but I prefer the X over the XS and the 11. And actually, for a while, Felix kept using the SM after the X came out, and I think he only like switched either just because he practiced with it, or maybe he was told he should switch just because it's a new one out. But yeah. I almost feel since the 356 came out, especially the V2 with the slightly different caps, the cubes have almost all been the exact same with just like change of magnets or thinner plastic or stuff like that. And Pyrex Cuber, what's my PB with Roux? I don't know, but I know it's not. I don't have a sub 10 yet. That's all I know. Where's, okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I just need to turn a little bit slower. Okay. If you like the XS, don't change it. Maybe figure out what you don't like about the cube. That's one thing people always, whenever they ask, if they should get a new cube or if they should upgrade, a question is, what don't they like about the cube that they have? That's always the big thing to really know. What don't you like about your puzzle? And then that'll let you know what to change about it. Because if you like a certain thing, you don't want to make it worse. Wait, what am I doing? That would have been bad. I almost did the wrong center again, or wrong whatever. Wrong something. Where is this? There we go. That was not great. Just a cuber. Why can't you turn as fast with the Roux as you can with CFOP? If it's a personal question you're asking, it's because I'm just not as comfortable with it. It's a lot. Yeah. So, real quick. Okay. I just saw a comment of yours was blocked. So I don't know why. It might be from spamming. It might be something in that comment. But if it's a general question, why can't Roux solve as fast as CFOP? A couple of reasons. One is that it's so much more intuitive that you need to be thinking as you're turning. And with CFOP, you can spam a bit more. Now, CFOP has more moves, so that's why you almost need to turn much faster. However, yeah, it's a lot more intuitive, so you have to think a little bit more. And then I feel like M slices can be just as fast as RNL at this point with the way cube technology is, but that's the big thing. It's the intuitiveness. Mackenzie, do I suggest the Go Cube? I do like the Go Cube. However, the Rubik's one is a little bit cheaper and more cubic shaped. The app is definitely the best. I wish it would be tensionable. I wish it was a little bit lighter, so it's not a perfect puzzle. And I did, change the magnets and the stickers on my Rubik's Cube. But if you don't want to speed solve super duper fast, the Go Cube is really cool. It's a good present too for people. I would say that. So, and if you want someone to get into cubing, it's a little expensive, but it's a really nice present. Okay. Where's blue and okay. That was not efficient. Yeah, I'm going to start turning a little bit slower. I think I was going too fast. Porcupine, which lubricant is good and effective for long periods? So basically, most lubricants are going to be silicone based. King Dylan, your comment was removed because of spamming. Oh shoot, I think I might be scrambling this incorrectly. I need to backtrack. While I'm doing that, okay. As far as lubricant, most of it is silicone based. The thicker the silicone lubricant is, the longer it's going to last. It also has to do with, how much you add in. The more you add, the longer you're going to feel that. However, the thicker it is, the more easily it'll be to slow down your puzzle, depending on what you're trying to accomplish. So if you use something like Maru, that's a really thin water-based lubricant, and that's going to dry up really fast. If you use something like, Weight 6 from Speedcube Shop, that's going to last a long time, depending on also how much you use. So remember, lubricant, it's not like oil on a car where you need to just have it constantly in there to make sure the engine's running well. King Dylan, again, your comment was stopped because it was spammed. It's literally hidden, so don't do that. But yeah, so you don't need lubrication if you don't want it. If you like the way the puzzle feels, keep it. But lubrication usually will last a long time. Like I use, I have a lot of puzzle. I do a lot of things with lubricant, but I don't really ever run out. Oh, okay, this is okay. What am I doing? That was not smart. I need to warm up. These are some bad times. They're way worse than last week. Rohan, I don't know. Sometimes comments just get hidden or stuck in the bunch. So just ask it again a little bit. Kuber Lang, what method am I thinking of switching to? So I did a lot of experimenting with CFCE. I was thinking of doing that, but I think I might go on sort of a tour of CFOP and relearn a lot of stuff. Just learn different variations on things, different new algorithms, stuff like that. So, hi Laxmi, Verma. There we go. QB Ninja, excluding the price and the app, would you say the QnA is the best smart cube? That's like, you can't exclude those things. That's like saying, you know, excluding the speed of this and the magnet strength. What's like, no, I'm not. They each have their own like benefits, which I go over, and you can't exclude, like, especially the app. The app is like the big part of it, unless you just start using QBeast for everything. Okay. Yeah, I need to slow down my turning. That's going to really help with my times. Nocturnal Canadian, is it normal to get wildly inconsistent times, like 10-second differences? That might not be wildly inconsistent. It depends on your times. And I had a video, I might redo it or talk about it again, but I talk about consistency and talk about like Felix, his best time was like about 3 seconds. His average can be around 6. And I've seen him in competition still get like 10-second times. Rand, don't spam or else you'll start getting blocked on the thing. So don't do that. I can turn on slow chat if needed. So his range from his best to like his worst is triple his best. So if you're solving, let's say with your best is 20 seconds, and then sometimes get a minute solve, that's about the same thing that Felix does as far as percentage wise. So you might be as consistent as Felix, if not more consistent than Felix. This is the YG big timer only because my stack mat started acting up. I'm getting a little dizzy from talking so much. Nope. That was not great. Race Cuber, don't spam the same thing over and over. No, I'm just going to turn on some slow chat stuff. Or I'll leave it as long as people don't spam it. So as far as non-WCA puzzles, I actually have a video of the top like non-WCA puzzles you should buy. Check that out. It's pretty recent. I think it was done this year, I believe. And that's going to, I think, answer a lot of questions about that. Marcus, should you buy the YJ-MGC? Is it worth the price? Well, first, any cube can be worth the price if it interests you. A lot of people prefer the MGC over any other one on the market. If you're new to 5x5, it's not going to hurt to get it. And is it just Ryan Hermione? Is this the 354 V2? This is not. This is going to be a new one coming out very soon. When, you ask? I literally don't know. I think my favorite thing with Roux is just it's a lot of the CMLL algorithms are really nice. Abhipsa, what is my most awkward moment at a comp? Let's see here. Oh, I know. I know exactly what it is. I was at the national championship, and I know I'm drawing a blank. Not Sean from the Philippines. I have a horrible time remembering names. The really amazing cuber from the Philippines. But he posted a picture of Max at the state championship, but it wasn't a shared picture. It was like a picture as if he posted it on Facebook. And Max's mom came around asking for people to sign a mat and saw signing. I was like, wait, so-and-so's here? I was like, where is he? And everyone just stared at me. And I'm like, and it was this really, really awkward stare that everyone was like, what are you talking about? What are you doing? So I had to be like, I had to go online and yell at him, be like, why are you posting a picture? You share it. You don't post it as if you took it. So yeah, that's a very awkward moment. There was one of those ones that you definitely had to be there to experience it. Oh, I felt like people did. Oh, I did the wrong thing there. That was beautiful. Tanjiro Kamado, is the RS3M 2020 better than the WRM 2020? No, not saying that it's worse, but the sorry, focusing on the scramble. The WRM is smaller and lighter. And a little more flexible. So it depends on what you like. I often will go towards smaller puzzles. So this is like the extent of how large a puzzle I would use. The Cubing Ninja, what kind of cube would I recommend for OH? I like smaller puzzles, so that the YJ one, that 50mm one, is really nice for starting out. A lot of people will go to a larger puzzle later on, but yeah, I'm going to leave that scramble there just to mess with people. But I'd start with a smaller one. Where is that one corner? There we go. Then I didn't look ahead enough to plan that. X57 cubing, what is the best non-WCA cube? That depends on your definition of best. I mean, Mirror Cube is often what a lot of people go to after they learn a regular 3x3. So okay, this isn't bad. Nope. There we go. Oh my God. That was weird. Hipsa, what is my Roux PB? I don't know, actually. I know it's not sub 10. That's the only thing I know, because I feel like I would remember that. Unless I did get a sub 10 and I just don't remember. Is the MGC Tangeroo, is the MGC 4x4 worth the price? Again, kind of how I said earlier, any cube can be worth the price if you like it. I don't like the MGC. 4x4 is like my favorite thing next to FMC, and I've been using the YJ Mini one. And if I'm not using that, I'm using the WRM from Moyu. I actually prefer the GTS2, but it's too big in my opinion. I would love the GTS2 in a smaller size, and the WRM was not that. Okay. Yeah, I just have to start turning slower. No name, fine, show the magic trick. X57 cubing. Have I ever gotten a pop during blind? Possibly. I'm popping my knuckles. Possibly. I don't really know if I have. I think I remember getting a pop. No, actually, I don't know if I have. Ryan, what to learn after you're fast with 3x3? If you're happy with 3x3, I would say either learn a different method or do FMC, because FMC is so much fun. I'm getting a little burned out with it because I'm trying to really learn domino reduction. And honestly, as much as I'm getting better at it, I find it very boring. Might be one of those things that's not as boring once you get good at it. So it's kind of like, well, you only think it's boring because you're bad at it, which might be the case. Look how slow turning that was, 13.7 seconds. Yeah, okay, how many sols am I at? I'm at 29 sols, so I just need to slow down a bit. You do FMC already, 3 methods, CFOB, Roux, easy. You can do Petrus. What are your times with, or what are your solves with FMC? Because I feel like 30 seconds is kind of the big line when you can when you really start understanding the intuitive nature of it and insertions and things like that. If you don't know blind, learn blind. Blind is super easy and a lot of fun. When you start out, it's Y perm and T perm. I've got a couple line tutorials. Super easy to start. It just takes practice. I got just exhausted of it. I did 4 out of 6 multi-blind. It should have been 6 out of 6. It was so close. It was so close. But I kind of just stopped after that because I'm like, I'm happy with this. I might pick it back up again. Vanessa and King Dylan are asking what my main is. I don't really have one, but I've been using this a lot, which is the Speed Cube Review Edition of the RS3 2020. Okay, I'm going to do a CFOP solve. It's been a while. And I already messed it up. What did I do here? Put the edge in the wrong way. When I do other color crosses, that tends to happen a lot. Just when I don't practice it, at least. Could I do an OH Roux solved on the unsolved small cube? Okay, this will not count for that. I'll just finish up. I actually have not practiced it, although I have a nice block here, so that would be a good Petra solve right here. But I'll just finish it like a Roux solve. So as if I was doing this. Well, although I probably should do, because I do right-handed, I probably should do the right block first then. That way I can use the table much more easily, like this. Well, actually, like that. And then we have, this is the nicest CMLL because it's just free rough. And then we have the EO, or EOLR. Come on, get there. Look at that. And 4C skip. What is my favorite cube? I go back to the retro ones. My favorite cube. Who asked that so I can say your name? Vanessa. I think it might be just the Feng Shi Shenren illusion. Look up the Feng Shi illusion and you'll see what I mean. It's a lot. It's really cool looking. And it was one of the first ones I ever used. It was way too fast for me too when I first started solving. That's how early it was. Do I have a Petrus tutorial? Yes, I do. It's on the channel. After I learned Petrus and did a whole month of it, and that was earlier this year, I made a tutorial for it. Okay, back to trying to get some good times. Whoops, shouldn't have done that. Well, that wasted time. Boo. Have I ever done multi-blind? Yes, there's a video on the channel of me doing multi-blind. In the competition, I did 4 out of 6, but at home, I think I've done like 9 out of 9. I just did 6 because I wanted to make sure I could spend extra time and get a success and not like try to rush it. And it was execution errors. For those, like I just missed a corner. One of them I just forgot. I like took 2 letters out of my memo when I did it. But yeah, I think 9 out of 9 is what I've done at home. Meerkat, I would say Roux is a lot more fun just because it's so much more intuitive. There's more thinking to it. However, if you like learning algorithms, you know, what am I doing? My brain is doing a blank. Doing a heckin' blank. Yeah, just need to slow down. First block, second block, then skeleton plus insertions. Are you talking about FMC for Roux? Did someone ask that? Yeah, I feel like if you plan to do first block, second block, it gets, you're restricting yourself. I mean, it could work. Like, I mean, my comp PB is with ZZ, and when I had, because I had to explain what I did, I was suddenly 3rd in North America by doing a ZZ solve. People were like, you have to explain how you got the solution, and there was some top solvers there, and they're like, yeah, the reason I didn't find that solution is because you did some really inefficient things that just happened to work out. Okay, let me do another solve. Way too many pauses in this. Do I like the 251 GAN 2x2? This is from Vanessa. Yeah, I really do like it. I don't... The matte finish, I polished it away. So I actually used aluminum polish to make it glossy. And I like that light turning, the light feeling of it. It feels really nice. That was looking pretty good there. I was liking that one. Is it V piece or VL piece? I'm using the RS3 2020 Speed Cube Review Edition. Much more about that in the future. I don't know when. Hopefully sooner than later. Just a cuber, should you use silicone spray as a lubricant? Don't spam though, or else it starts getting blocked. So for your own good, don't spam. Should you use silicone lubricant spray? if it's pure silicone, go for it. There's two big issues. One, it's hard to tell exactly how much you're adding, but also what's the viscosity of it? Is it thick? Is it thin? You really have to test it out. I will say that a lot of factories, from what I've seen, like major factories who have come out with their own lubricant, don't use those. They don't like use droppers. Whoever's working in the factory just put some silicone spray in there. So if you're wondering what they use in the factory, often it's just silicone spray. I don't know why I did that with my voice. I'm not going to keep doing it because I'll probably start singing, and that's embarrassing. There we go. Boo. What am I doing? What am I doing? There we go. Sometimes when I say, what am I doing? I have an existential crisis of what am I doing in my life? Yo, peace. Do I watch anime? I watch Animaniacs. Haha. One of the greatest shows of all time is back. I'm so excited. Vachan, so I'm gonna crack my back. Come on, crack. Okay. Don't use Vaseline. It breaks down puzzles. That petroleum will break down the plastic pretty much. So don't ever do it. You'll basically be ruining your puzzles. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What am I doing? Oh, I messed that up royally. That was bad. I got a case that was basically, it was what I do for CMLL, and I realized recently it's an algorithm for COLL, for the L case, but I forgot which wide moves to do. So that's, I think, why that all got mixed up. I don't actually think I've solved a 13 by 13 in a live stream. I feel like that would be boring, except for just to answer your questions. Here I'm doing an average of 100 Roux, and I'm saying 13 by 13 would be boring. I mean, that kind of thing gets views, but I'm not super focused on views. I'm super focused on content, and this isn't so much, I guess, my content. It's more of just spending time with y'all. Just turned soon. Would I rather drown or be burnt alive? I would definitely go with drowning, but preferably neither. That'd be my preferred thing. I think one issue I also have is some of the CMLLs. I don't exactly know where pieces go. So, I've tried to learn that. I'm still working on it. So I have to sometimes look where certain pieces are, and I don't want to do that. I want to get a little bit on that. Want to get a little bit better at that. Jinyu, what is my main 4x4? Currently, I've just been using a lot the YJ Mini 4x4. What I use to set the competition, I don't know. I might use a WRM. The last competition I used 2x2 at, I used the Meilong Magnetic. Oh, the Duke of Cubes. So it still has the same soft feeling. It's still, I mean, I have nothing to compare it to of like the original one, but it still feels kind of the same. Still feels like the same softness. Oh, geez. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah, and you start turning slower again. I'm at 38 solves, and I'm just doing atrocious times right now. QPR, do I do a competition vlogs? Check out Nationals. I had some there, which was, there was a moment in there. One of the most exciting moments, I think. Max Park's dad came to me and he's like, "Oh, I watched you vlog this morning, and yeah, I watched your videos, except when they're tutorials." That was just, it made me realize what kind of how widespread this goes. MD and Rand, don't spam or else you start getting blocked from the chat. So I'm not going to read any of this until it's just stops spamming or it just ends up all getting blocked. Why am I turning so slow? Whoa. There we go. My brain was doing another funny. Ugh. Wow, yeah, this is just not my morning. Jordan, have I been to a competition where something monumental happened, like a world record? I know there's been quite a lot of national records. Oh, yeah, I was at the national championship last year, and the blind world record was set during the final, so everyone was there, and it was like 15.5 seconds, and everyone was supposed to stay quiet, and no one did, because it's really hard to stay quiet when you see something like that. Okay, yeah, I stopped speaking as much because I got kind of tired. Would I rather average 6 on 3x3 or world record on clock? Maybe average 6 on 3x3, because I feel like I would know a lot more then. Clock is interesting, but yeah, MD Imran, I'm not going to answer people who are spamming, so I'm just going to not read any of that. And also, it might start getting blocked. Okay. I think sometimes I also stop after CMLL because I question myself if I did the right CMLL. Yeah, MD, just give a few minutes before you post it again, and then I might start reading it. It makes it not a nice place for everyone else to be when things get spammed. Just a cuber, you like fast cubes, but not too much controllable cube. Should I magnetize? Magnets will make a cube more controllable. They might make it slower, but not by much. I would say you don't want to just have the cube so fast you can't control it, and that's why a lot of the top solvers in the entire world slow their puzzles down, and especially add magnets. So I would be wary of thinking that a faster puzzle equals faster times. But try it. Maybe you'll like it. Okay. There we go. Now I'm feeling a little more comfortable again. Okay. Well, WD-40 kind of has made a cube loop. They do have pure silicone spray, which can be okay in puzzles. So I guess a WD-40 technically has. That is Dr. T. Leon, how many solves have I done? I've done 42 solves. Oh man, it's already been an hour. I need to speed up my solves just a little bit because I'm going too slow. Let's get some more solves in here. One thing you might notice is I go, while I'm solving. One thing I found, if I like make some sort of sound or sing or hum, I can think a little bit faster or just focus. And I'm wondering what the reasoning is. If it's helping to drown out other stuff, if it's just, I'm wondering if someone knows the science behind it, not just like a guess. Let me know what sort of humming or singing a song or doing something like that can actually help with. Make a montage of the hum. I've thought about, Jordan, I've thought about doing like a montage of all the ums. Okay, so in my cute videos, because I swear I cut out like 20% of my videos when I'm editing of those things and mouth sounds. So I apologize for that. I apologize for the mouth sounds. There we go. Now we're coming back. Now we're getting back to the normal times. Whew. Vinny, I could see that. Cube her. See that too. What streaming software do I use? So right now I'm streaming directly to YouTube, and I'm doing that on purpose because my audio was kind of messed up. I think using OBS last time, and I couldn't figure out what to do besides just using a different mic. So I'm using OBS for the video, but my audio is directly just right into YouTube. And Rahul, yes, I'm using I apologize if I mispronounced your name. I am using the YG timer because my stack mat's doing a weird thing when I plug it in. It's not recognizing my hands. I would suggest getting a stack mat over the YJ though, but I'm kind of have to use it right now. That was not good. When Daniel Penner, when should you learn full OLL? Now. I swear this is a question that comes so much about when should I learn something, and I always say right away. There's no reason to ever wait. I like get so bothered when people say, "Oh, don't learn this until you're at this time." Why? It doesn't hurt anything. Like if you're a minute and know full OLL and PLL, great. Then your solves will be more efficient, and then you can just work on looking ahead. Like this, and this is a big thing too. Oh, Jordan, real quick. It has a similar, has a similar like ish texture, but it's not quite as soft. I guess the one thing people say is, you'll know more, but you'll know more by just learning new stuff. If you wait till your times are faster until you learn new things, it's actually going to be harder because your times are going to make a bigger jump back and it's going to be more frustrating. So learn full OLL right now. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I do have a WRM. I have a couple videos with them. Okay, back to some solves. Nope. Shoot. So yeah, Cubing Ninja, you keep asking about, I don't know what cubes I've solved on a stream. I think maybe 4x4 is the biggest. I might have done a 5x5 once, but I don't know. Big cubes honestly bore me. I have a 17x17 from Shengshou, so I can do designs on it, and I haven't done as many as I would like to. I've literally done a super flip. But yeah, I'm so bored by big puzzles. I feel like it's not an exciting thing. I really want to focus on better times. Muhammad, OLL, PLL, COL, winter variation, some OLCPs. Honestly, if you can think of memorizing in a few months, go for it. But I would say if you're using full COLL or full winter variation in CFOP, it might actually be slower. But I mean, if you know all that, I don't see any reason why you would stop. I mean, watch the interview that I did with Jabari. That was a really good interview. I would almost say, I mean, I got that interview. The interview with Jessica Friedrich was incredible. And then interview with Felix, that was a few years back. So I might talk to Felix again. It's been a while. Yeah, my look ahead on the last edges, I do a few excessive things. 2021, Jordan, do I think we're going to get a new legal N by N? Nope. I don't think there's ever going to be anything bigger than 7x7 at a competition. Because already 7x7, man, if you ever run a competition or done scrambling, 7x7 is annoying. It really takes so much time to scramble. I don't think we're going to get anything new in 2021 just because there's been such a big, like 2020 has been almost a mute year with competitions. It's been very difficult. Ugh. Becomes so much better. Actually, I think that was my first time in that CMLL, and this is 50 solves in. So I had a 10.32 second time. I don't remember that, but it has it as my best. When did I get a 10.32 second time? I don't remember that. QPart, did I do QPart, did I do any competitions this year? All just, well, online stuff. I mean, they're not official. Nothing's been official online, I don't think. And Pineapple, do I have to solve in Roux? I'm doing it on purpose because I've done so much CFOP. I want to do Roux now and have a lot of fun with that. I think this live stream's going to go a little bit longer. Yeah, Jordan, that's what it says on CS Timer. My best was 10.32. I can check it later, but I don't remember getting that. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on. That was comfortable. That was a good solve. Gatey, Gotti, on your XS, you can't do 45-degree corner cutting. First off, you don't need it. And a lot of puzzles, and a lot of people tighten the puzzles purposefully so you have less than 45-degree corner cutting, because large corner cutting doesn't actually mean better performance. It can actually mean that it's too flexible and can bind up more easily. So it's okay if it doesn't. The one thing to note, though, is that the XS isn't different than any other puzzle. So you might just have to adjust tensions. It might be too loose, might be too tight, but I'm guessing it might just be too loose. But also, don't worry about it, because that's a very visual thing that we test that doesn't actually have to do with performance as much. So, okay. X57 was our biggest cubing fear. It's kind of losing my hands, because that's also my job. What am I doing? What's going on here? I felt like it was just a couple moves away, and then I did something weird. Okay. I think I'm going to stay quiet for just a little bit and focus a bit. A lot of missteps there. But yeah, I'm gonna focus a little bit. I know my times can be a lot better than this. And I'm glad I have the image of the puzzle of the scrambles up. If anyone else is doing scrambles with me, let me know. I put this up specifically so people can just enjoy timing along with. This is really not efficient block building. Sometimes I don't do efficient block building when my fingers, I already know kind of the sort of a really fast way of doing it. So I don't know if that's constantly, I should be trying to be a little more efficient, but sometimes just enjoy going fast. I gotta go fast. Jordan, if you're talking to me, asking what method I'm using a Roux right now. I've done CFOP for years longer. But I'm doing this right now because why not? That was a nice one. I knew, don't spam or else you start getting blocked. Okay, this could be a good start here. Where's that other one? Okay. Horrible finger tricks. One thing real quick. I know you have to have your fingers touching the timer. I thought it was all fingers, but you know, it could be like this and still counting, but you don't need to end it that way as long as your palms are down. And it's still hard for me to get past that. So I want to use my fingertips and I want to like do a really weird thing at the end. MD, is the Usual Magic good? I like it. When it came out, a lot of people actually were thinking of using it as a main. Some people probably did. I feel like it's not, you know, it's not the greatest puzzle ever made, but you're not going to really be held back by it. Wait, this is the same scramble. Interesting. Well, I guess I'll try doing the scramble a different way. I'll do a CFOP solve just so it doesn't count for anything. There we go. Next scramble. I could just click next scramble too. Oh no, it's frozen again. Sorry, guys. If I do this and then this, it usually fixes. Yeah. My webcam's been doing really funky stuff today. Hex Pickle. Do I agree that the MGC 282V1 is just okay? I mean, I feel like most all 2x2s are relatively the same in performance-wise. So, sure. I knew this. Yes, I've been doing Roux. Look at the title of the live stream. Okay. Wait, what am I doing? Oh my God, I'm getting dizzy. I'm trying to just figure out how to start this. That was bad recognition. Wait, what am I doing? There we go. Did the wrong LR. Uh-oh. Okay, thought I hit the timer. So you guys have been asking me what the most some crazy moments in cubing. What's a crazy moment for you? Anu, is Roux better than CFOP? Depends on who you're asking. It's definitely more efficient. I feel like it has more potential, and it's gotten some really amazing times in competitions. It was second place at the last World Championship. It was first place in round 1 of the previous World Championship. Oh, how did I mess that up? Wow, I've been doing the same thing for a while. I've been doing, instead of LR for edges, I've been doing like UB, and I've been messing a lot up with that. MD, please suggest a cube to buy. I would suggest, I'm going to write it here, watch this comparison. This is my budget comparison. If you want something a little bit bigger, now this one's a little older. It's from the beginning of the year, but still Still works, still counts. But watch it after the stream. Rayan, is the Meilong M better than Use Little Magic? I don't believe any one cube is better. However, I prefer magnetic puzzles. So if you want a magnetic puzzle, I would say that would be a good one to check out. I always get confused when people suggest specific ones. So like, is this specific one better than this specific one? Because like, why are you limiting yourself? It's usually never the case that those are the only ones available. I know, what is my 4x or my Roux PB? No idea. I know it's not sub 10. Which is why I'm here today. That was some excessive moves. How long have I been doing Roux for? I think since March. It was right around when quarantine started. Maybe it was a little bit after that. Don't remember. Gaming X Life tutorials. Check the couple links I just put a little above, so you can scroll there. And then also just check my budget or mega comparison. What cube am I using? This is the RS3 2020 Speed Cube Review Edition. Ooh, well, that's a much better doing orange. But where was red? There we go. I will, I think, miss doing CMLLs if I ever stop this. Tony Hung, there is no such thing as best. I like smaller puzzles. I like the, so the Meilong is the smallest budget puzzle. It's 59 millimeters. Unless you're talking about the YJ Mini 4x4. And this I've been using a lot. It's 56 millimeters. And if I was a competition, I might be using this one. Although it might feel too small for some people. Ooh, a good block already made. What's the best way to do this? Okay, do that. Okay, I think I've got a lot planned out. Whoa, whoa. Oh, shoot, I did that. Block wrong. Oh, there goes that solve. I knew. What is my CFOP PB? No idea. Might be 6 something, might be 7 something. I don't know. I purposefully have deleted times. I purposefully try to forget what my PBs are. After my first sub 10, I was happy. Didn't really care anymore, actually. I was happy after like a minute and a half. I remember having this like aha moment, like, oh, this is amazing. So Optimus cubing, why am I not using the stack mat? I wanted to, but it works. It's working except when I plug in the auxiliary port, and then suddenly it doesn't recognize my hands. I don't know what's going on. It's much better. It feels much better on the YJ1, and it's, you know, not ripping off the sound chip, which is why it's hard to find these now, because, you know, I think there might be legal issues. So I'd prefer to use the stack mat one, but I'm using this because I'm in a bind. And I'm way behind, and I'm looking to make a deal. Anyway. What am I doing? That's just the wrong thing. Yeah, I might have to stop talking for a little bit and focus on my solves. So feel free to do the solves with me because I am just not doing great. I'm really, this is just awful. So back to focusing. Tony Hung, yeah, I do have a tutorial on Roux already. I'll put it right here. Chat. Older. I'm going to redo it. I'm going to do like multiple tutorials with more advanced techniques, things like that. And with either before the end of the year or just after the new year starts. Just to keep it, you don't need edit videos if you're happy with how it is after you're talking. iMovie, it's always a good one to use. I think there's some that are virtual ones, like ones that you just log into a website and edit it there. I'm not certain on that. I'm fairly positive it exists. I just don't know where or how. So if you have a slow computer, I would recommend looking into that. Come on. There we go. Man, I've been really bad at planning my last 4 edges. Okay. Hiya, you can lube your cube with Vaseline if you want to destroy it. I'd recommend not doing that. Okay, focusing on the solve, focusing on the solve, focusing on the solve. Not very efficient. I need to slow down. Tony, my favorite lubricant is Candy Cane from Speed Cube Shop. It is available now for a limited time. So if you want to get it, you have to get it within like this month. Where is that corner? Oh. That was not a good setup. Nope. That was a bad streak. Getting frustrating. Just a cuber. What do I do except cubing? I am a music teacher and performer. So I will be, actually, it's been a long time since I've played in a group. So actually this next Saturday, I'll be driving across the state to perform for a recorded performance. It'll be for the state's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. There we go. I'm trying not to look at the bottom for those last 4 edges. Ooh, the tabla is really nice. That's one thing that's like one of the only instruments I've never really worked on. Color neutral on Roux has a big advantage as on CFOP. Nikita, it can. So I'm color neutral on CFOP. For Roux, I would say, if anything, being X2Y color neutral, which means that you are color neutral with either white or yellow on bottom, or whatever colors you want, but that's most common, and then any side and front. The reason is you can take any pre-made block, which there are none on this. So I'll show you maybe on the next solve. If there's any pair, not a block, a pair. If there's any pair made anywhere, any kind of pair, you could use it in your first block. So that's sort of the big reason for that. Okay. I was happy with that. It was slow, but it worked. Karag, sure. I'm not going to pronounce that correctly. I've been cubing since the 40th anniversary. Just cube it. Why is being color neutral on 3x3 different than 4x4 and 5x5? The main thing is it's rarely ever worth it because color neutral is really good for the beginning of the solve. As you get more into the solve, it doesn't really matter so much because there's so many variables. Judah 209, don't spam or else you end up being blocked. So it's more of that the start. This like I like using Hoya because for 4x4 and even 5x5, you can start on 4 different colors with the standard way. With Yao, often people start in white or yellow, and so you have actually more options that way to start. I have seen Max do color neutral 4x4 starts, but yeah, it's just not really worth it. But it's like how 2x2. You've got to be color neutral. It's really impossible to really move forward without being color neutral on 2x2. But yeah, Aditya, be color neutral. 100% worth it. Totally worth it. It's a lot more fun, and start sooner than later. If you start waiting to be color neutral, it'll take forever to get comfortable with it. So start earlier than later. Start now even. Oh no, I put that edge in backwards. Did I? No, I just did the wrong corner color. Boo. Okay. How do you get used to color neutral? Check my color neutral video. Do I actually have a link to it here? I do not. But type in color neutral on my channel. I have a video on how to be color neutral. It's 5 tips on being color neutral. The big thing is just doing it and not caring that your times are going to be so much worse for a few months. It seems that 3 months seems to be what I hear a lot of people and myself kind of took to start feeling more comfortable with it. However, there might always still be some hiccups here or there. Okay. Okay. Hopefully I'm warmed up at this point. But yeah, if you're doing solves along with me, let me know. Have I ever made my own 3x3 method? This is X57 cubing. I've done a few different things, but I honestly feel like anyone who thinks that they're creating their own method isn't. Everything's been really worked on, and they're all kind of variants. So like the variants on ribbon, variants on corners first, variants on CFOT, variants on Petrus, things like that. So I feel like putting a name behind it, if you do, is just, it doesn't look good because it just seems like your goal is trying to just get your name on something instead of actually working to create something different. Oh, did the wrong LR edges. And I had to look at the back for that again. Jordan. So Jordan's asking what retailer I shopped at before SpeedCube Shop. So I've told this story a little bit before, that when I started, I didn't want to be held down to one shop. I felt like it was very restricting, and it it wasn't me to be like, this is the only person and everyone else is just is bad. They're bad. And so I was very retail neutral, I guess. And in time, though, a lot of the other retails were like, if you're going to work with so and so, you can't work with us. Like either it's all us or nothing. And I was like, well, I'm not going to like stop talking with other people who I kind of considered friends. And so they're like, well, you're not going to work with us then. And there was really only one person that stuck around, and that was Cameron. There was even at one point on the speedcubereview.com website that I had some advertisements from Speedcube Shop on there, and it was speedcube.com.au wanted to do some ads. And I asked Cameron, I'm like, hey, I want to do this. And he's like, you do you. I kind of said, I'm not doing it for like a ton of money. So I'm just kind of, I'd be okay, just whatever less is it. And he was like, fine. But then even that sort of fizzled out. And so Speedcube Shop, Cameron was just always there. And it just turned out that he was someone that I could kind of just count on to always help out and not try to play the business game. And so to answer your question, everyone, whoa, what's going on? Didn't put the right DR edge in. So if you look at older videos, almost every major cube shop is in there. I'm at now, just a cuber, I'm at 75 solves. It says my best is 10.32, but I don't remember that at all. So I'm wondering what happened with that. But yeah, did that happen? It says it did. I know I cleared out times before this. Anu, I think Roux is 100% worth learning. I also think ZZ and Petrus is as well. Aditya, no reason to say please answer this. I try to answer everything I can. I think it's a lot of fun to be method neutral. When you're in a competition, there's so much to look at. I'm not saying you'll automatically be a better cuber if you are method neutral. However, I think it's a lot of fun. And I enjoy cubing a lot more. Whoa, nope, wrong thing. I enjoy cubing a lot more when I can just jump around. You can grow. I don't know my CFOP PB. XD Cuber, what day did I get sponsored? Okay, so another thing there, I turned down sponsorship for a little bit. And now that's not to say I used, I'll be a little more blunt with it. I used some like the affiliate links and stuff like that. So there was some kickback, but I wasn't a like Team Speedcube shop. I turned it down because same reason before, I didn't want it to be where I was like in a contract. But by the time other people stopped communicating, I was like, well, I guess I might as well just start doing this. What am I doing? There we go. Okay, I'm going to slow down my turning a little bit. Tony Hung, I answered that just a little bit ago. So if you left and came back, just scroll back in the live stream. I think it usually will let you go back into it. I don't want to go through that whole story all over again. What do you think is the best reason to switch from CFOP? If you want to learn new things, and some people do better with Roux. They just like that more intuitive nature. So you might find that you're a faster solver with Roux. You might also find you're not, but you won't ever know until you try. I have found that my CFOP does get better whenever I try other methods because I'm learning new skills, block building, edge orientation, stuff like that. The big thing I feel a lot of people worry about is they're like, well, you know, my CFOP is going to get horrible if I try something else. That's not true. I mean, there's people who quit for a couple of years, come back, and within like a few days or a month, they're faster than they were before even. So, so yeah, you're not going to get like suddenly any worse. You might actually get better at both methods. Screenshot. Whoop, there we go. I'll just put show my hand there. And check other live streams too. Wow. So many mistakes right now. I'm not happy about these solves. I'm a little disappointed. Luckily, I'm doing this all throughout the month of December, so I've got more time if I don't get anything here. Yeah, cubing horizon. If you spam, so you will have your like the comments just start getting blocked. Like not even by me, they just start blocking because YouTube. Okay, how am I going to do this? Oh, I can do this. That was a pretty good one. I like that. Jordan, you missed everything. I gave away $1 million, and everyone on the stream got one of my cubes, but don't listen to them if they tell you they didn't get it. DTL. Oh my God. Yes, I do have a FMC tutorial. It's huge. It's like an hour and a half long. You don't have to watch the whole hour and a half straight. It's mainly you click through different things that you want to see. So for sure, yeah, I just put it on there. Go watch the FMC tutorial if you're interested. That is like everything you could ever need to know. Didn't want to cough people's ears. There we go. Big freeze up there. Screenshot. You should check some other live streams. It might even be in the title. Cubing Horizon. I've done square one. I used to know how to do it, but I don't practice it because I find it not interesting. Wait. Oh, God. Did the wrong thing there. Well, kind of saved it, I guess. So Rob, this is the RS3 2020 SpeedCube Review Edition. Hopefully there'll be more about that in the future. I don't know exact dates, unfortunately. Solve 82 out of 82, so we're getting towards the end of the live stream. Wonder if I can, I probably won't get to it before 2 hours. It'll be just over 2 hours. What camera am I using? Actually, right now, this is just a Logitech webcam here. That's just my MacBook webcam. So 2 pretty bad webcams I'm using. They're really not great. Oh, geez. Ignore that I did a rotation there. I've thought about ending the live stream with playing something on the violin or the viola and maybe like a Christmassy thing. So if there's something you want to hear, let me know now. Maybe I'll end it with that. Karthik, do I think Roux can come over CFOP? I think it already has, honestly, with where it has with it's set a world record. It's placed first in one of the rounds in the world championship. It's also, don't spam either or else you get blocked. It's also got second place at the most recent world championship. I think people know that it has fewer moves. The problem is more people do CFOP, so that's going to keep perpetuating people using CFOP. And I don't think I don't think is ever going to change, because as more people learn, the tutorials all show CFOP. So it's hard for people to even think that there's other options out there. Where's that piece? There we go. Nope. Oh, sorry guys. This is just such bad solves. Oh my god. This is so bad. I'm so sorry. Aditya, do I recommend a Roux tutorial? Yeah. Right here, putting in the chat. It's my own tutorial. I do have a StackNet timer, Karthik, but it was acting up when I was plugging in the plug to connect with CS timer. Don't know why. I still recommend the StackNet one. This is just a backup that I don't like using. X57, why do I hate Amazon? I don't hate Amazon. I use it. However, there's a ton of rip-off cubes on there, and although I understand the logistic reason for that, and I guess the legality of it, it's still ripping people off, and especially ripping people off who don't know what they're looking for. Where is that edge? Oh, this is another just awful solve. Man, I'm a little bummed about my solves today. Like, they were better last week. But it happens. The thing is not getting upset about it. Yeah, not getting upset about your solves. There's good days, there's bad days. That's why Felix sometimes does great. Felix sometimes does not do great. Christic 6, I don't know how to pronounce that. Chi timer, YG timer, neither. Get a StackMat timer. If you can't afford a StackMat timer, don't get any timer. And I mean that. Like, don't get any timer if you can't afford the StackMat one, because you'll probably end up disappointed. Oh, of course the GAN. This is thick. Of course the GAN X is good in 2020. The GAN SM is good in 2020. They don't go bad. The puzzles are nearly the exact same design. And if you like that weight and that feeling, use it. I think GAN's playing the game. They're playing the game of come out with a new puzzle very, very often, and people will constantly think it's a better one and spend money on it. Gustavo, I think Roux is the revolutionary method that just, well, as more people do it, more people will keep trying it, and it'll just. Oh no, that's why. There we go. But I don't think, if there is any revolutionary method, I think it'll just be, maybe a fancy way of doing F12, but it'll be a more advanced technique because it'll take a little more intuition and maybe more algorithms. We are on solve 87, so we're almost at our final 13 solves. Oh, okay. I'm going to focus a little bit, so maybe I can end strong. Yeah, I'm going to try to end strong. I mean, that's better than I was doing, honestly. Yep, the R4M and the Valk are nice puzzles. F12 advanced method is like pseudo sliding. Yeah, pseudo sliding is something that has been taking off a bit. I think I don't know if it's going to become like a big widespread thing because it's difficult. It's very difficult to do, and I think if I was to do pseudo sliding, I might need to not be color neutral as much because it's hard to do color neutral and pseudo sliding. Shoot. Oh, one thing, you can grow. So you mean is the GAN 356 Lite. So one thing that I want people to note, if they ever see like the 356 Lite, the 356 Master, or things like that, they're the exact same puzzle. All that has to do with the spring. So I would just say, you can just say 356M. People say Master, either it's because they don't know, or they just like to say it's the Master Edition and feel really, really fancy. Like you've asked the same question. I don't think GAN's a bad company. They know how to play the game. They've done some very they pushed the boundaries. They're always trying to do the next puzzle, but they know how to market. I'll just say that they know how to market things. Got a little lost in those last four. Tony Hung, I do not know what my PB is on 4x4. Rebecca, I'll answer that in just a second. I know I've had a handful of solves in the mid 30s, and possibly low 30s. I don't know for sure. I again kind of delete my solves. I think it was Rebecca. Shoot, I lost track of where I was scrambling. Is that it? That is it. So I would say it depends on what you want. The QnA, it's a good speed solving puzzle, but the app sometimes fails to work, sometimes fails to connect. Even on QBeast, I sometimes can't use it. I like solving with it when it works, but I would say if you want a good app, if you want something that you can, solve with other people, the Rubik's one has a lot more support behind it too. Nope. Didn't get to 20. Gustavo, I've learned 323 and 6.2, and I like 6.2. 6.2 can be more efficient, but you have to be a little more aware of what's going on, because you could, if you already have pairs that are solved, you can get stuck. So you need to know what's going on a bit more, but I like 6.2 so much more. But yeah, watch some of my solves. I feel like the solves are really interesting and might give you an idea of what it looks like. Okay, this is a good start, actually. Definitely was not going to be a PB with all of those turns. I am a legend at dat. Do I see a bad idea of using CFOP and Roux? Nope. Now, if you had a competition, I'd probably stick to one or the other. Like decide which one I feel more confident at and do that unless something really interesting pops up. However, if you have like a pre-made block for a Roux or even that's a pre-made cross is pretty good for CFOP. The block you could use for CFOP to do a really easy double X cross. But I think it's really great to know that. Hindi, yes, I've heard of that method. I can't remember what it was like, but I remember checking out. I've checked out like every major method people have been like, and I don't think there's anything that's super revolutionary, at least on the horizon. Okay, we're at solve 92. We're almost done with the stream. Thank you so much for people who've been here this whole time. It's been really nice. Okay, let's just get at least a good average of 5 or yeah, something at the very end of this. Wait, Jordan, how did I get in? Check the 10,000 subscriber, Jordan. Check the 10,000 subscriber video. I do a draw my cubing life, and I talk about how I got into it and draw with it too. And we are at solve 94 out of 94. Okay, this is doable. If I don't completely pause there. Rohan, I have no idea what you're posting. So just every so often post it. Things pass a lot of times. Play Jingle Bells. No, I'm not doing vibrato on every single note. I am a not vibrato on every note kind of player. But again, for people in about 5 solves, I'm going to play a song on the violin to finish up. That's going to be like Christmassy one. So let me know which Christmassy one you want, and I'll just sort of improvise on it. But okay. Back to here because we're almost done with this day. Where is that blue? Okay. That wasn't exceptional. I could do a dramatic Jingle Bells. I could try doing a dramatic Jingle Bells. I like that. Yeah, my favorite thing is sort of with music is improvising on it and just taking music and making it a little spicier. Nope. That could have been a much nicer EOLR. 3 more solves. RM cubing. I do like playing disc golf, although my shoulder's been hurting for like the past 2 months. So I haven't really done that. I actually missed a competition yesterday just because I wasn't feeling really well. Jordan, I don't like people that spam Vibrato on every note. I feel like it takes away from some musical musicality of it. I'll just word it that way. Two more solves. Henry, my favorite event is FMC. At one point, I was 3rd in North America, but FMC has really taken off, and so that did not last for very long. Come on. Wow, I am just getting all sorts of lockups. One more solve. Let's make it a really good one. Oh, homeschool cubing. Your brother got a 3D printer. What cube should you print? There are some 3D puzzles that I've printed. I would say go to Thingiverse, and I would say at first just try like extensions on things. Or because printing a full 3D puzzle like that, it's a lot of work. You might need to adjust some things. You probably need to use a core from another cube. Okay, here's the last solve. Let's make it a good one. People just say, why haven't you seen my comment, who don't actually post a question. Okay, this is the final one, so I'm going to try to make it really good. Okay, I'll take that as the final time. Yeah, it says my best was 10.32, but I don't remember getting that with a 12.9 mean of 3. I got to find that. Click that solve real quick. Can I just click here? It says it was the very first one. So maybe that was just before the stream. Oh, it says 10:34. No. It wasn't. So yeah, it must have been just halfway through everything. Interesting. Okay, I'll have to go back and check that. So while we're finishing up here, let's get a little bit of jingle bells going on. I'm just going to do this once. I can't believe I'm doing this. And I do have jingle bells memorized, but I'm getting some chords out to try to make it dramatic. So hopefully people enjoy that. Let me grab my violin. I've got my violin here. So yeah, so I don't know how dramatic I can make this. I mean, I'd have to go slow. I'd have to be like a... I guess I could play minor. Like that. Okay, we'll just get to the main theme, though. Maybe minor again. you go. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Maybe I'll end each one with a song so we could so sorry if it was really loud. Microphone sometimes does that because it's used to my voice. Okay. Anyways. Oh, I should have rickrolled you all. A quick story. I did rickroll a wedding, but it was per request of the bride and groom. Let me tell you that story real quick. So I'll back away from the mic a little bit more. So it was a Catholic mass. Everything was by the books, and then we got to the exit, and it was going to exit exactly like the wedding march does. This and then it goes to right into Rick Edsley's "Never Gonna Give You Up." That was a lot of fun. it was fun because some guests came up like, did they know you're going to do that? Like, yeah, I don't just rickroll weddings. But anyways, oh man, okay, I gotta end the stream. It's been a little over 2 hours. We did 100 solves. Not my best solves at all, but hopefully you guys had fun. I will see you guys next Sunday for sure. I'll have possibly some videos out this week, so make sure you hit that bell icon to stay notified. But I'll be here next Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so whatever time that is for you. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for being here.